I'm gonna beat down with both of these guys. He's gonna block Rager and take 2. Then it's Liliana Spectre, which he can't really let resolve because then I can trade it with Sprite and definitely beat him. Oh, maybe he can. Let's see what he discards here. I'm interested. Force Spike. Okay, so maybe he just has a lot of conditional counter magic like Spell Stutter Sprite and Mana Leak and things like that. Question is, do I go for another Guardian of the Guild Pact here? Like, I feel like that would be walking it into a counter spell, but at the same time, I have plenty. I just need to get the counters out of his hand. So the answer is yes. I fully expect this to be countered by some embarrassing thing like miscalculation, but oh, maybe he's just out. Or maybe he feels like he can race, and so he's just saving his counters for stuff that could stop his clocks, which is legitimate. And he did have Piracy Charm. So I'm going to take 5 here and go to 9, but there's almost no way that I'm going to die, because I've got life gain and 2 unearths and a Doomblade. I like this. He's tapping a bunch of mana, which means we're going to get to resolve some spells. I like this even more, that he is declining to do anything meaningful with his Spire Golems. So I can't attack with a Guardian of the Guild Pact until I get rid of a Spire Golem. I could unearth Liliana Spectre. If he has Spell Stutter Sprite, he gets to counter it. But then I could play another unearth. I could play Rift Watcher. All that really does is freeze the game state for a couple turns while he doesn't attack with Sprite. Or I could play Rager, try to see what I come up with. I really don't want to lose any more life. Let's play Rift Watcher, because I feel like the longer the game goes on, the more I'm favored to find, because like his stuff is going to get less valuable as the game goes on. His stuff like Miscalculation and Force Spike. So let's see what he says to Rift Watcher. If that sticks, it's a guaranteed 4 more life. Exclude is not what I wanted to see there. It puts another card in his hand. But he only has 2. Alright, so that's good. He only has 2 mana up, so we're going to go for it here. We're going to unearth Liliana Spectre. I expect him to counter that. But if he does, I'm going to Doomblade a Spire Golem. Here comes the Sprite. Okay. He's completely tapped out, so I am going to cast Unearth and Doomblade now. So, goodbye Spire Golem. And I believe that lets me get in for 2 points with a Guardian this turn. And the question is, what do I want to unearth? Because I have a license to unearth here. I think it's got to be Aven Rift Watcher. I think I need the life and the blocker more than I need. Well, if I unearth Liliana Spectre, he loses a card in hand and I get to trade with a Sprite. I think that's actually more effective than the other way. So goodbye card in your hand, just Island, that's fine. And I'm gonna bring the beats. He will go to 10. He only has 1 card in hand. Next turn, no matter what he does, I can play both Guardians of the Guild Pact. Oh, I would need another land. Una's Grace Una's Grace retrace here, but C8 Oracle is pretty good value. Man, this is just game 1 too. Pretty spicy. And of course you've got a Spire Golem. We're definitely trading for a Sprite if we get the opportunity. Well, there's another Doomblade. We really want to resolve that, so we're going to trot out Guardian of the Guild Pact first. Or we do Phyrexian Rager. Draw another card. I think it's going to be Guardian of the Guild Pact. And if he counters that, we'll Doomblade the Spire Golem. He doesn't have anything twice or anything. If he doesn't counter it, we're going to play Phyrexian Rager and try to bait out his last counter. We just need to stick enough Guardians to where he can't really do anything with the Spire Golems. And that'll give us time to draw into more answers so we can eventually get there. What has he got? Exclude would be really bad. I think if he had that, he would have just played it. Okay, he had just Island, so he's gonna Una's Grace and look for a counter. The question is, what could he draw that he wouldn't cast to counter Guardian, but that can counter Doomblade? Like there's Spellstutter Sprite, Miscalculation would do it. Oh, it looks like he's gonna cast Counterspell. Okay, his hand is empty. Perfect. We're gonna get rid of the Spire Golem while we have the chance. And bash. We have a 4th Guardian of the Guild Pact in our hand for next turn. Hopefully he doesn't have Ninja of the Deep Hours. I feel like I would have seen it by now. Anything that isn't a Spire Golem, we don't really care about. We're definitely going to win this race, so beatdowns. Question is, do we trot out? No, we're going to play Phyrexian Rager. He can't really counter that, and then we get another card. Chittering Rats is a good play. He'll have to counter it or redraw whatever that card is. Okay, he'll just cast the Spellstutter Sprite. It's fine. Kind of wish I'd cast the Guardian now, but that's the way it goes. Beating in for 4? Interesting. No, I don't think he can afford to do that. I don't think he can, yeah. He might as well beat with the Sprites because they're not going to give him any value blocking. Unless he drew another Spire Golem, that'd be the only reason to change his mind. That Aven Rift Watcher is a good draw. We are definitely resolving something this turn. So, I guess he could have, like, Exclude into another counter, but it seems pretty unlikely. That'd be bad luck even for us. So he goes to 4. If I resolve Rift Watcher, he can't kill me in time. If I resolve Guild Pact, then I'll kill him next turn. Please don't be Exclude. That would just make me sad. Spell Stutter Sprite. Man, broken. Alright, let's get this last Guardian down and F6.